Hey Masters of Speed, it's Terramaster, that's Justice. Welcome back to Cope or Hope. We skipped a week, but that's because we were scrounging our boxes for decks. And
we sure did find some cards. We can tell you that.
We found 2 piles of cards randomly put together, and here they are.
Yep. All right. So this week, Terramaster will be playing Tier 1 Archfiends, whereas I will be playing the Tier 0 Forged Steel.
Can't believe you played Tier 0 deck.
Yeah. Well, and this is, you see, Terramaster forgot that we are in a scissors meta, picking paper like a fool.
Scissors Tier 0, paper Tier 1.
It's just the way it is, man.
It is.
All right, let's look at these opening hands. Archfiends. You got a missed Archfiend. It's huge.
No, I just want you to look at the pile of cards in my hand right now.
Look, I can confirm those are, in fact, Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel cards.
Yep.
They are. And how do we try to play Archfiends and make it playable? You
gave it the best skill.
You give it the most broken skill in the format.
Yep. I mean, that's got to be enough, right?
It has to be.
Gotta be. Look at this first play. You have a card in your hand that essentially says, discard this card, pay 1,000 life points. You cannot normal summon this turn. You get 1 counter on your skill.
Incredible. Who could ask for more?
Who? Nobody. If you want more than that, this might not be the format for you.
Alright, I got options here. We're gonna summon a Wyvern. I'm gonna set 3 back row, because I'm like, you know what? I don't care if this gets discarded. I need my back row. You want to discard this? Cool. Enjoy. We will see the wide variety of back row, actually. So, your opponent has a variety of things they have to try to play around, which is cool.
You have Wide Spread Ruin and Book of Variety. Wide Variety. There you go.
Alright.
Look, Book of Ruin has a variety of uses.
Yeah,
Widespread Root is literally
every
wide.
page could have something different on it,
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna swing.
Here's where it gets awkward because I only take 1,000 damage at a time. It's the rule of Yu-Gi-Oh.
This is the rule of Speed 1,000. Oh, what was it? Was it Rod of the Mind's Eye? Right, that equips that says whenever the monster deals damage, it's 1,000.
Is it Rod of the Mind's Eye or is it like? Yeah, it might be Rod of the Mind's Eye. There's also like a field spell that does that. Temple of the Mind's Eye.
I was thinking Temple of the Mind's Eye. Yeah, I think there's both. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna draw another big boy.
Yep. And I'm like, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! So attack points are the most important thing.
Right.
So
literally the only thing that matters.
Yep. First, we're gonna randomly Night Beam a card.
Probably the best outcome for me, honestly.
Yeah. Here we go. My monster has 2,000 attack points. Your monster only has 1,800.
Terramaster with a nice little misplay there of not waiting for battle phase. The Archfiends were.
Oh no, I wanted a counter.
Oh right, he wanted the counter. It wasn't a misplay. My bad. Just kidding.
Yeah, see, Terramaster's misplay was that I thought this is possibly an OTK, but see, Archfiends are bad cards. So if you were to read this particular Archfiend, it does have damage, so it adheres to the 1,000 damage at a time.
Yeah, everything is 1,000 damage. It's the only option.
So Archfiend's Lore just says the cost to activate this card is half normal damage. That's what it says.
So I considered walling on that first attack. I was just like, I can handle it.
It would be rude. Like, let the poor Archfiends have something. They literally have nothing else going.
Yep. So like, let me give him a chance. Maybe they'll summon another monster. I can bait him in. We got a Ladybug. Ladybug says reveal from your hand, lose 400 life points.
Yeah.
That was the Speed Duel specific nerf to Ladybug.
Yeah.
Reveal it to lose 400.
You have to lose 400. It combos even better with TP now.
Yeah, that was it. They're like, oh, you don't like him getting life points? Here, they get more counters. Easy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now Shadow Knight attacks in. I'm like, all right, now I can protect it.
That would actually be such a balanced change. It would be like, yes, it gains more counters, but now they're literally dying faster.
Yeah. All right, we summon a dragon. Terramaster says, you know what? That is far too many dragons for me to handle. So,
yep, we just scoop. We scoop it up. We take a net on our Comfey and we put that back to our hand, which is no longer legal, but don't worry about it.
Net rotated out, baby. No scooping for you.
We just made a reference. All right.
I open my best, like, going first monster, honestly, in black metal.
Yes.
So that was
Shout out to Cursive for giving us the foundation for this list, which we made some changes to.
Yes, we did make a few changes, but the list was based on Cursive's list that he did his Road to Ranked with. So check that out if you haven't already. It's on his channel.
Yep.
So it's a lot of back row that you got there.
Huge amounts of back row.
And now, you fool! My black metal dragon will search my ace monster.
What? Monsters with special abilities?
That aren't drawbacks.
No drawbacks. It must restrict your normal summon or something, right?
You cannot normal summon for the rest of this game. So yeah, now we're gonna summon Luster. He's got no response. Forge Steel to make Luster Dragon Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Which
means
identity left over here.
Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Look at it. Look how cool it looks. It looks so good.
Yeah. I mean, I've said this before, but if only the effect was half as cool as it looks.
Yeah, if the effect was like half as good as the art, this card would be insane.
Yep. But right now it's pretty good because it has an effect.
Yep, so now I'm thinking about, I'm like, alright, he's got 3 back row. If he's got widespread, good, but I choose to play around Wall of D here.
Because you saw it last game. Yep.
Yep.
It's one of those things, right? You play around what you've seen.
Yep.
You don't necessarily play around what you haven't seen. You can't just like make up worst case scenarios in your head.
Yep. Leave making up worst case scenarios for us before a new box.
Yes.
Not for your gameplay.
Coming soon, by the way.
Yeah. Foreshadowing. Alright, so I play around the wall, drops it down. So he plays it, drops it down to 22 because he doesn't want to take 4 damage and wants to try to do something to it.
200 damage for 1 counter. We take those.
What a good card.
What a great.
You activate a trap. It said tribute 1 monster, take 200 damage, and put a counter on your skill.
Yep.
End the
easy.
battle phase. What a good
End the
card.
battle phase. You know, that might have something there.
Yeah, that's a good card right there.
Yep. Although, if you read this particular Archfiend, remember how I said they were bad cards? Yeah, this one can't be summoned unless you have another one. That's good. It's great.
Yep.
Just can't normal summon it. Nope.
So now that I saw 1 wall, I'm like, all right, let me stop playing around it. Plus, I have 2 books, so I'm like, if he's got it, he's got it. But, let's see what happens.
Yep. What happens is we just die. And I choose not to die even more. Just summon a blocker. Blocker dies in any phase. Yeah. Shout out to Golden Ladybug, always drawing at the turn I know I'm gonna lose.
Actually giving you life points this time.
Yep.
Instead of dealing damage.
Yes. We drew original Golden Ladybug. We play 1 copy of each.
Yeah, one of these. Alright. Thor's gonna give him a monster. And now he controls an Archfiend. So once this happened, I'm like, alright, I definitely don't want my darkness being popped. And then I actually thought for a little bit here, you don't see this in replay, but I thought a little bit here. I'm like, I actually don't want him to be able to skill pop Luster Dragon either. Which was which probably didn't matter. Like, I had the widespread. I didn't know if he had another monster to summon or not. I knew the Golden Ladybug, so there's only 1 other card in hand. It could have been a backer. I didn't know what it was, so I didn't really want him to skill pop this. I just had to book it. I could have played it either way, honestly. But I'm going to use the counters for a card in my hand that I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
Had the second Terror King. Goes in the battle. This is my misplay right here. I should have used widespread right now. I didn't. But Terramaster's like, I'm just going to attack for fun. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. You're nice.
Yep. I said, look, I know Justice probably misplayed that attack. Let me
let me help him out.
let me provide a second chance here at life. I believe in second chances. We're good.
Yep. And then that thing dies from Roar, and I have lethal on board. Because Forge Steel, actually, I will give them credit for this part. And I actually had to reread this skill to make sure, like, during this play. It's not like the Zombie Master skill where it gives the effect to 1 monster, because then once I book it, it would have lost the effect. It actually just says each Red Eyes Orchestra you control gains the effect. which is really nice. So credit to them for that, at least. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. And it wasn't.
It could, yes. I mean, we've seen worse.
Yeah, like it could have been the Zombie Master skill, but because it's not, I can just flip summon, use the effect. Big damages. OTK. So, some would say FTK.
Some would say that. The game's so short it feels like the first turn,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There you go.
And ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So yeah, so I mean, Archfiends, you gave them the best skill, and they said, "No, we were always the meme in the box."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It's so weird to me that they're like, all right, we're gonna include Titan, right? We know he's a meme, so we're just gonna make it a meme. We're just not even gonna try to make it good. Now,
There is
Terramaster,
literally a skill.
I'm gonna give you the opportunity to respond to the YouTube comment that hasn't been posted, obviously, since we're recording right now. But it's going to be there. Well, you used Twisted Personality. You should have used one of the Archfiend skills.
Okay, there is literally a skill that is 50% of the time completely based on luck.
Uh-huh.
Do nothing, take random numbers of damage.
Yep.
And 50% of the time, it is summon a monster with restrictions,
But also take damage.
but also take damage.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the way the skill reads, you actually take the damage whether you miss or not. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of
And
whether you
the-
get a monster also.
Yes. And the other skill is play this bad card,
Yep.
a specific bad card.
Mhm.
And sometimes you may attribute it to summon this other specific bad card that just happens to have a few attack points.
And,
from
and
your deck.
as we know, attack points are everything.
Exactly. Attack points are everything.
Literally
it's
know
why,
if your opponent to deal with it.
yes, it's why every time a monster is summoned in the anime, there's a internal monologue of a character thinking that that monster has this many attack points, but this monster I control has this many attack points. And
Surely
then
they
there's-
have made a mistake. They were unable to see my monster's attack points, I guess. You fool!
So, I knew Yu-Gi-Oh players didn't read, but come on. All right.
Yeah, so we're trying something a little different on this one. We're just going to do the one match. We didn't do two with this one. Two reasons. A, just to try to not have a super long video. What? JDG video not being super long? That's impossible. But also because the Archfiend deck just feels so bad that like just slogging through another match was
It wasn't competitive. Okay.
like let's be honest. Forge Steel, not a good deck, and it just ran this thing over. Like
Yeah.
yeah, this was not a spoiler alert, whether we're going to tell you whether the deck is cope or hope tomorrow when we go over the deck lists.
We'll tell you tomorrow.
We'll tell you tomorrow. The answer may surprise you if you haven't paid any attention to the rest of this video. All right.
Yep. But yeah, they'll come back tomorrow for the deck list. Do you have it? Unless you have the final thoughts.
No, that's it. Dragons is my final thought. Big angry dragons.
All right. Dragons, rock the dragon. Don't sue us for that. All right, guys. See you tomorrow for the deck list. Until then, Terramaster and Justice. We're out.